Hey everybody, welcome back to Idaho Fabricator. And today I got to thinking about what, in my opinion, is the most underrated tool in the shop. It's a tool that we use all the time. We're constantly reaching for it. It's a tool that we lose all the time. And in my case, it's a tool that I drive over once in a while. And what tool is that? Well, it's the tape measure. I know, the unsung hero of the shop. Now, I went through the shop and through my cars and I put together just a collection. I didn't really realize that I had so many tape measures, but I do. And so today, just for fun, I was going to show you these different tape measures, what I like about some of them, what I don't like, and what I think would make the ultimate tape measure. So let's go ahead and get started looking at these, and I guess we'll start with the cheapest ones. This one here I got at Safeway. It must have been like a grand opening or something. It's got this really high quality level here. Not really.
Well, sarcasm there.
And it does inches and millimeters, okay, which is kind of cool. And then you'll notice on the end here, it actually goes down to 30/2 of an inch. And then once you get past a foot, it just does 1/16 of an inch. So that's kind of a nice feature. It's got a retractable deal. It's got this wrist deal, which is, I can't get my wrist on, so it must be for like really small hands. Okay, then I got this one, Workforce. Sounds pretty cool, but there it is. And it's got 1/8, 1/4, 3/8. All right, that's kind of a nice feature. I know that my camera woman loves that feature.
Yes, since I can't do fractions very well.
Yeah. And so that's the Workforce tape measure. Then I got Number One Dad.
Ooh.
Yep. And this one here again, this is a similar deal. Inches up here. And then it goes to 30/2. And then after 6 inches, it goes into just 1/16, and then millimeters down below. So
Must have come from one of the boys.
another feature there. This one is my oldest tape measure, I think. Yep. And this one I bought because I bought into the manufacturing hype because it says contractor grade. So I figured it must be really good.
Ooh, yeah.
But it's basically just a standard tape measure. In and out. It's got this reinforcing deal on the end with 3 rivets. And then you'll notice it moves. Okay, the reason it moves is so when you measure something up against like this moves in and gives you an accurate measurement. And then when you hook something, it moves out to make up for the thickness of this hook. So,
Oh, that's clever.
yeah, and then they put the 3 rivets on there to make it nice and strong. So that's that guy. And then this guy here, Chameleon, I thought I'd get this one time. It was on sale and it was bright green, and I figured that I wouldn't lose it. Well, I lose it. And here again, it's just got your basic scale, right?
Yeah.
And this one, the locking mechanism on it, it's this little button here, right? And it's super sensitive. So, I mean, you just barely touch it. And so usually if I grab this one and I measure something, I end up bumping it, and it's always sliding in on me. So I don't really like that feature.
Okay.
I would say
Can that one?
pass on that one.
Yeah.
This one, Stanley Power Lock. This has been through a lot.
It looks older than dirt.
Yep. But it still measures.
Okay.
And then I got a new version of the Stanley Power Lock right here.
Ooh.
And the only thing they really changed on it is they probably can't see it, but there's a heavy, thick plastic coating on this front 6 inches to protect it. And other than that, it's,
Why just the front 6 inches?
I guess, because, you know, you're usually like measured on the end, and,
Oh, okay.
you know, and you just don't want it to go anywhere. This tape measure here, Pittsburgh Harbor Freight. Best thing about this tape measure, it was free. This one has the 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2 inch scale.
Okay. My kind of tape measure.
And it's got a nice beefy end with extra rivets on it, right? It's got my preferred locking mechanism, just the slide lever. And for free, it's pretty nice.
Isn't that when you buy something, you get something for free?
Yeah, free coupon.
Yeah.
This one, Milwaukee. Figure, well, this has got to be good. It's Milwaukee. And here again, this one has the 1/8 quarter. Okay, but there's no 32nd of an inch on there. So sometimes it's nice to have that really fine measurement. I do like the matte scale. It's easier to read. It's got a heavy duty clip on the end. And it has the preferred locking mechanism. Nice belt clip, pretty nice. This is really a pretty handy little tape measure. You'll notice that this one has 32nds of an inch, and it's pretty compact. It's got this lever on the bottom that,
Oh, that's handy.
yeah, and it's, pretty small. You can throw it in your pocket and not lose it. This tape measure was specifically for my camera woman,
Yes, my all-time favorite.
and this is called a center point tape measure. Okay, so let's say you had something that was 6.5 inches long and you wanted to find the middle of it. So you go from this scale down to this scale, find 6.5, and that's the center of 6.5.
I like it.
Hope that makes sense, but it works awesome. So if something is 11 3/4, you would go down here to 11 3/4, and that would be halfway between the two. So really handy. I know that Sally really likes this tape measure.
I do.
It's
I
her
have
all-
like 3 of them.
It's her all-time favorite, and pretty cool tape measure. Another Stanley. It's similar to these other chrome ones, the Power Lock. Basic. No 32nd of an inch on it, but good for measuring, right?
I'm noticing that most of these are 25 feet. Do you like that?
Yeah, I seem to like 25 feet. Seems to be just about right. Here's another okay, this has got to be like 25 years old. This is a Craftsman. And gosh, they really haven't changed much in the years.
Wow, you've used that one.
It's got the favorite kind of lock on it right here. Good belt clip. And I like it. It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. This is one that I accidentally drove over, so it's pretty tough.
Keeps on ticking.
Yeah, it says made in the USA, but here's the small print with global materials.
Ha!
So I think that means they get all their parts from somewhere other than the United States, and then they put it together here. But it has this nice rubber on it. And the best feature about this tape measure, I'm going to show you right here. So watch this. So if I want to measure from where I'm standing to the lift, I run it over, and there's a magnet on the end, and then I could walk away without having to worry or have somebody hold it up, and I could measure the length.
That is awesome. I like
Isn't that
that.
a cool feature? So
Yeah, I
right on
haven't
the
seen
very
that
end,
before.
right on the very end, has a nice magnet, and it comes out flush with the deal.
Smart.
It's got the white scale, which is nice. This one's a little wide, and the tape measures seem to be getting wider and wider. I guess there's this, and then when you read the sales pitch on them, the idea is that you can extend it out. The wider the tape, the farther out you can extend it before it. This one's probably, but how can you measure? Look at the curve on that. What are you going to measure?
Yeah.
I would rather have a tape measure that fit my hand. Okay.
So a little smaller than that
Yeah, but
would be nice.
this magnet is an awesome feature.
Okay. I've never
really
seen
like
that before.
And then this little unsung hero here.
Don't laugh at that one.
Okay, so on this side, you got your inches, right? And it just goes, it's just 6 feet, which is fine. And then on this side, you got your millimeters. And what's really cool about this one is when you need to measure around something, when you want to know how far it is around. Or like, let's say on some sheet metal on the truck, like, let me come over here and I'll show you. So if I'm making a patch panel or something and I need to know where it is on the top, this conforms to the sheet metal. Really handy. So this is kind of nice, but you've got to get these at the fabric store, guys. Now, I would suggest you wear a hoodie, sweatshirt, okay, so that your buddies don't see you in the fabric store. You go in there, plunk down a couple bucks, and you leave with this bad boy, and you're good to go. So,
Oh, you borrow your wife's.
yeah. Doesn't that sound cool?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool little
Totally
tape measure.
annoying, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
So I've got all these tape measures here, and I thought I would just tell you what I think. In fact, I hope that Stanley and Pittsburgh and Milwaukee and Craftsman and Centerpoint and all these guys watch my video, because I'm going to tell you what I think would be the ultimate tape measure.
Go for it.
Yeah. So check this guy out here.
Okay.
It's got this rubber coating all the way around.
Non-slip.
Non-slip. You can grab it, right? I got it at the steel store where I get my metal. It's got a nice strong end, 3 rivets on it, reinforced on the back side.
Okay.
Nice. It's got a matte scale. Instead of being shiny, it's matte. Way easier to read. I really like it. It's really nice, right?
Oh, it doesn't reflect in the light.
Yeah. And then down here, if you'll notice, see you got your 1/8 and 1/4 and 3/8. But see, it's got a 1 there and a 3 and a 5.
Yeah.
So those are your 16ths. So if you're measuring it and you want, and then let's say it lines up with the 7, that would be 6 and 7/16. Kind of nice. 25 feet long. It's just about the right width. Fits in my hand. It's got the right kind of lock on it. Nice belt clip. The only thing it doesn't have is this really cool magnet that this Craftsman one has. If I could have this tape measure with this magnet, it would be awesome.
At that price, too.
Yeah, I think it should be, I paid $5 for this. So what's a magnet cost? Like $2 or something, or $1?
So between $5 and $8 would be
Yeah,
a
would be the
great
ultimate. Now this is probably made in some foreign country. It doesn't really say, but I like it. The other thing I like is on the back here, it gives you the dimension of from here to here on the case. In this case, it's 3 inches. I like it when they do it on an even number. Some of these other tape measures, that one's 3 inch. Let's see where this one is. This one's 3 3/4, and this one doesn't even have it, so they don't even have it on that one. This one's 3 inch.
Why do they do that?
This one's 3 1/8. Okay, so that's so that if you're measuring something and you got a wall here and you run it up to it, whoops,
Oh, I see.
it came off, and you got a wall up here, you can go, it's 31,
Plus 3 inches.
yeah, and 7/16 plus 3 inches.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, just a little fun in the shop today with tape measures. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.